friend in your life that you might be better living without. Perhaps this person brings you down more than he or she lifts you up. Well, we all need friends, but sometimes the quality of a friend is more important than the quantity. Amelia Perry with The Frisky joins us once again via webcam with tips on the types of people that we can cancel out of our lives. I love this.
Yeah.
Hey, Amelia, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, so let's jump in and start naming these categories of friends that we can just cross off the list. We begin with the drama queen.
Yes. Now, I think we all know a few drama queens, but the drama queen friend you don't need in your life is the kind of girl that is never happy. She's always freaking out about something. There's always some major crisis in her life. And she's not happy unless she's freaking out, and she's constantly involving you in her drama. So it's always about her. That's basically what it's about. She's always got some new gossip to tell you, some new drama, some new person who's after her. I mean, it's all about her, and how crazy her life is.
We do not need someone taking all of the attention, so we're getting rid of the drama queen. Checking off the list. The next one is a little more mysterious to me. What is a Nurse Betty?
This is the kind of friend that at first seems really great. This is the person that you can come to when you're in the middle of a crisis yourself, when you need a shoulder to cry on. They're really great at being supportive and being sort of, that helping hand, that shoulder to cry on. Unfortunately, that's the only time they're really there for you. These are the kind of people that really thrive off your misery. They love being that person riding in on the white horse to make you feel better, to be that great friend that helps you out. But then when you're happy and your life is going awesome, they're just not really as interested. That's just kind of not the friend you want in your life. Like, the kind of friends you want in your life are somebody who's there for you when things are down and when things are up, too.
This next one is probably my favorite because I've known some of these.
Yes.
The lady hater. I have a friend, a good female friend, who is very wary. In fact, she'll point it out quickly meeting someone and say, hey, is that the kind of girl that doesn't have girlfriends? Because she's out of there if she is.
Yes, I'm one of those people that does not trust another woman that doesn't have many female friends. I think that the bonds between women are completely irreplaceable. You can't get that same kind of relationship with a guy. But a lady hater, if you happen to actually have one who might qualify as a friend, probably only considers you her only female friend because all her other friends are guys. And the reason for this, and this is a common explanation for this woman saying that being a lady hater, is that other women are jealous of her because she's pretty or successful or they're so catty. And these are just kind of women that don't like other females. And chances are of actually having one of these women in your life for a long period of time are pretty slim because they probably get rid of you pretty quickly. But they're no fun at all. You can't trust them. You can't.
Amelia, you're so right on about that. I've seen female friends of mine go through that time and time again. The next one is the critic. This is just, that's self-explanatory, right?
Right. Commonly known as the frenemy. This is somebody who's a friend, but every time they sort of seem to open their mouth, they're offering you helpful advice, which is really kind of cutting you down. So it's that kind of person where, say, you're going out to dinner or something, and she kind of eyeballs the outfit you're wearing and says, oh, you would look so much better if you had a little bit more fabric around the middle. Or the friend who, when you're confiding about having a crush on a guy, she says, oh, you think he might be interested in you? The girl who kind of sort of subtly seems like she's trying to be helpful, but really she's cutting you down, that's a frenemy, that's a critic. Not good.
And that is, okay, I think this is one of the hardest ones to get rid of because at first you probably think, well, I just can't take criticism.
Right. I mean, there's something, you want your friends to be honest with you. So if you say to them, hey, does this pair of jeans make me look fat? You want them to be like, maybe go up a size. But this is somebody who's honestly, always volunteering information that seems to always leave you a little bit wounded. I think that you can kind of identify the critic by every time you're around them after they've sort of left, you feel a little bit bad about yourself.
Okay.
That's not a good friend at all to have.
No, it's a pattern of behavior that you're picking up, and if it happens a couple of times, that's a couple of times too many.
Yeah, that's not somebody who thrives off of, making other people feel bad, makes them feel kind of good. So after a while, you can definitely notice when that person's leaving you with a sour taste in your mouth.
Schadenfreude, not a good thing to experience. The boyfriend stealer.
Yes. Yes, and that's not to say that, this could be somebody who literally does try and steal your boyfriend or tries to sort of steal the guy you've had your eye on. But this is also sort of more general. This is the girl that you may be chatting her up, hanging out with her, and then the minute a guy comes in the room, whether it's a stranger, somebody you both know, someone you have a crush on that suddenly she's eyeballing, she's always got one eye peeled for the guy to come into the room, and suddenly her attention's totally on him. She has more interest in sort of focusing on the guys, getting to know the guys, flirting with the guys, potentially stealing the attention away from the guys, than she does in actually having a relationship or a conversation with other women.
Well, our readers and your readers have had a lot of fun with this week, and they've added their own suggestions. So I want to throw these at you. There are. So this one comes in from Jay, and Jay says, "You forgot the flake. The flake seems like a great friend at first, but quickly fizzles into not so great. Will constantly make plans and cancel at the last minute."
Yes, and you want to know something about the flake. The flake always cancels at the last minute because the flake makes double plans or triple plans. And at the end, like right before they have to make a decision, they pick whatever plan is the best for them. And it's not about being considerate to the people they agreed to go out with. It's about what's going to make my night the most fun, and who cares who I end up leaving in the lurch. Yeah, the flake is a terrible friend to have.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the flake, too, is that they're the one most hurt if you, for some reason, have to cancel.
Totally. Because suddenly you're leaving them in the lurch, and they're like, I have no plan.
Right. No one does that to the flake. The last comment that we have is from Carly, who suggests the queen bee. And Carly defines the queen bee as always having to be treated like royalty. Everything she does is special and the best. She'll never give a compliment back, never offer a word of encouragement or support.
Yeah, this is kind of like, I don't know if you watch Gossip Girl, Reggie, but this is kind of like the Blair Waldorf friend. This is the friend that's the leader of the pack. Everybody's eyes need to be on her, constantly sort of boosting up her ego, following her lead, doing what she says. And this is the kind of girl that's really, really hard to be friends with because you're always in the shadows. And the minute you sort of start to potentially, steal her spotlight in any way, she probably cuts you loose.
We have now learned 5, well, even perhaps 7, thanks to our viewers. 7 friends that you just don't have time for in your life.
No, there's so many awesome people in the world. You don't need these 5 to 7, to make up your friendship circle. There's plenty of awesome people out there.
Amelia Perry joins us every week from the Frisky, and you can read more about this by going to cnn.com/living. Just to remind yourself, and you can actually, write names. Bye, Amelia. You can write names next to it of the friends that match these descriptions and slowly cross them off your friendship list.